Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Pole. As we get set here through the bottom of 1 and 2, you're watching warm-ups take place at USA Josh Clemens out of Buffalo, New York. Down there, out of the corner they go. Hey, bring it on down there through the bottom. Looking out to see where they might be able to pick up a little bit of speed here as they start their warm-up. Tonight, though, is a special night. As you see there, as we normally are the Mellow Yellow Cup Series this Wednesday night. But today, this race is the Dobias Cup. As we give a shout-out to John Dobias. Hopefully he's getting well. Little by little, we know it might be a long road to recovery, but fingers crossed everything's going well, and he continues to gain a little bit better each day. Where's Chase Zilla at? Chase Zilla, your fastest one right now in in warm-ups. Trying to see if we can get a close-up of this machine here. I understand there could be something about John Dobias on this machine. If we can just working on out there. Now you got the Dobias Cup on the hood of that machine. Very nice. Get well soon, John, there on the side and back of that race car. Everybody wishing John a speedy recovery. 2 minutes left here in warm-ups. Been a lot of great racing tonight. Had a race that we shouted out to coast own Bill Calder tonight, founder of Coast to Coast. Tonight we got John Dobias on this episode here from Texas. Shout out there to John Dobias. Chase Silla, lots of little speed there in warm-up. And now Sage Greco and Chad Simpson. Good to see Sage back out here. He's been absent for a couple races. Well, maybe not. Oh! Wait a moment. That looked kind of funny. Not sure what happened there. Well, it was all there. Now, with the checkered flag waved here in warm-up, we're getting ready for tonight's race. All right, here we go. Your starting grid for tonight. We got Lyle Swearengin out there in front. Chad Simpson there in second. Chase Sillis rolls up there in third. And him roll there off the corner. On 12th, you see we got Donald Ray, Bobby Watson 11th. 13th tonight, we got Dalton Henson, Graham Conley 14th. Jacob Wilson there 15th, Ben Parson in 16th. There you see it. Everything's up and running the way we need it to be tonight. "75 laps the distance. Lights are out. We're going to be going green next time by." Why is this up in the air like that? It's because it's on chopper. I don't want it on chopper. I want to go to the chopper. Down there, off corner number 4. Fred will pull off on that pace machine. Biden will go and wave that green flag and head it on down into corner number 1. You're on board with Scott Droust. He gets ready to roll here tonight. Currently fifth there is Sage Greco as they roll down there into corner number 1. PJ Wetland, there you see him working there through off of corner number 2 down that back straightaway. In the corner number 3. And they roll it out there off of 4, back down there through kind of that dog leg here in Texas. And we have lap 2 of 75 on the board. Lyle Swearengin there in front, Chad Simpson there in second. Chase Zilla there in third, Sage Greco there fourth. Josh Clemens there fifth, PJ Wetland in sixth, Dan Brasington there in seventh, Ryan Peters in eighth as they roll it on out there. Lyle Swearengin, they are leader. Chad Simpson there in second, Chase Zilla rolls there in third. Trying to see if he can battle it out here on the backstretch. Now as they roll on off down that back straightaway, here they go. In the corner number 3, Chase Zilla there third, Sage Greco fourth, Josh Clemens rolling there in fifth, but PJ Wetland, no, he'll be out over there for fifth. As they come there in the corner number 3 and 4, back off of 4 down there into the front 9. You got PJ Wetland out of Scranton, PA. They're coming across the line. There's Josh Clemens. Dan Brasington there in 7th, and they work down there. In the corner number 3, Brasington out of North Carolina. Woodley, North Carolina. And Peter's back here, currently 8th. Scott Drouse, currently 9th. Donald Ray, he's back here in 10th out of Rockwell, Texas. So this track should be particularly his home track, I would think. Uh-oh. Chase Zilla, you got a, your gremlin of the chat is back. Ben Parson, he's not in the race, but he's definitely in chat. Unsure if he just didn't take, it doesn't look like he took any laps there. He missed the grid or did not grid up or something. Maybe internet issue, I don't know. But Sage Greco there in fourth, looking underneath of Chase. They work down there in the corner number 3 and 4. Back on to the front stretch. Lyle Swearengin out there as your leader. Chad Simpson there in second. Chase there third, but he's got Greco all over his back bumper. Uh-oh. Ben Parson says his VR crashed. Again. That's not good. You might need to get to the bottom of that. Maybe back up some of them words you're throwing there in the chat of the stream. But, it's all in good fun. Sage Greco, like we said, trying to get up here to chase, the battle chase for that third spot. PJ Wetland back here, fifth. Brasington there in 6th. Josh Clemens back in 7th. Ryan Peters back here in 8th. Joseph Spillman there 10th. Bobby Watson 11th. Dalton Henson back here in 12th. Caution flag is out. Unsure what this is for, unless it's for Scott Droust, I mean. So we have Droust up there in. It just looks like it just hooked around, ends up clipping the front of the 37 of Bobby Watts. Scott Droust no longer has a control over that front tire. And watch him head on out through here. Having said 75 laps of distance. Lap 9 of 75 on the board. PJ Wetland. They're 5th. Brasington back here in 6th. Donald Ray back here in 7th. Here we go, off the corner they go. Down here getting a green flag once again. I want him head on out here. Lyle Swearengin out there in front. Kate Villa there in 3rd. Sage Greco there for it. PJ Wetland there in 5th. And we're going down through the backstretch in the corner number 3 and 4. Wetland there in 6th. Kate Villa still hanging on to 3rd. But as you see, as they get pulled away here, out there in front, there is Lyle Swearengin. Chad Simpson there in 2nd. Chase Zilla 3rd. Sage Greco chasing them down, and they roll out here into the backstretch. Down there off in the corner number 3 and 4 they go. Dalton Henson back here in 8th. Dan Brasington, he's back here in 9th. Grouse many laps down. Mike just call it a night. So that'll be 3 out. Grouse. I'm not sure how to say that last name yet. Parson and Wilson are out. Look at there. Dan Brasington currently 8th out of Woodleaf, North Carolina. Heading down there off of the corner for it down here in the 1. Josh Clemens there out front. As you see him coming there off the corner. Early 8th there for PJ Wetland. Right there behind him is a 44, Josh Clemens. Clemens looking there to the back bumper, trying to see if he can get there, but cannot yet. We're getting through 1 and 2. Heat drive working here off the Dobias Cup here tonight from Texas. We're heading on back out here. Great job here by these drivers. Hey, Wetland down there on the bottom. You got the 3 there, Wetland up there on the top. Clemens down there on the bottom. And Clemens tried to battle it. Bobby Watts got the front end of that machine fixed a little bit there. I see him coming up there into the top 10. The 29 there of Dan Brasington. Working there out of corner number 2 down that back straightaway. PJ Wetland out of Scranton, PA. And they work down the backstretch here in the corner number 3. Miles Virgin, your leader. Chad Simpson there in second. 18 of 75. Down here in the corner number 1 and 2. And off of corner number 4 down the front straightaway. In the corner number 1. You're on board with PJ Wetland as he works down in the corner number 1. Down there below that number 29 of Dan Brasington. Try to stay with the excitement here on the speedway. As in by far your closest gap. Checking on up front, Chad Simpson there in second. Then work down that back stretch. Chase Zilla still there in third. Down there in the corner, number 1. Lap 22 of 75 on the board. Here then in the corner, number 1 and 2. 21 laps complete at Texas. Still got quite a few left to go as they roll out here onto the backstretch once again. For the group that we're watching. Swearengin, unsure where he's at. Looks like he's coming through 1 and 2 down the back. Or I'm sorry, no, he's on the front straightaway. Coming there across the stripe. And back here we're Spillman. He's coming out of corner number 4. Down the front straightaway now. So I guess it's not as spread as what I thought they were at the moment. On through corner number 4, number 2, down onto the backstretch. There's Easy Spillman out there in 12. Running there in the corner number 3 and 4. 25 laps to go. Not 25 laps to go. 25 laps into the race. We are now officially a third of the way through the race whenever Swearengin comes back across the line. Swearengin's coming across the line right now. They're on board here with Lyle Swearengin in that number 22, currently your leader. There you see Chase Zilla back in the fourth. Recco getting around him. I work there all but two down that back straightaway once again. And here, you see Chase, Greco getting up there to Simpson. They work on out there. Great job here. Yeah, see, Sage Greco currently third, but would like to be second if he can. Now he runs down there through the front straightaway in the corner number one, lap 30 of the 75 on the board. And head on off. All right. Sage Greco third, chasing down Chad Simpson still. Chase Zilla, he's falling back now to fifth, and Donald Ray now gets around him there to fourth. Ryan Peters there in sixth. Josh Clemens there seventh. Dan Brasington, he's back here in eighth. Dalton Henson, he's back here in ninth with PJ Whitman in 10th. We're there out of the corner. Down that front straightaway they go. Now watch Whitman come down there out of the corner. Now we got a few more out. From it looks like. I got Carson Wilson. Looks like possibly Graham Connolly, Scott Droust out. Well, Droust we know that. Looks like Graham Connolly and possibly Spillman is out. We'll see here as they come around. . Whitman there in 11th. In at number 3, still running around out here. Right there behind the 37 of Bobby Watts. Bradington there in 8th. In at number 29. And Watland. Spillman is out. That is confirmed. 5 laps to go for Lyle Swearigan, Sage Greco. They work their out of turn number 4. At 37 there, Bobby Watts. They work their off turn number 4, 4 laps to go. Looking there at Sage Greco as he works underneath the lap down machine of Josh Clemens. Lyle Swearigan out front, coming there off of turn 4. Back onto the front straightaway. 3 laps to go now for Lyle Swearigan. On board there with Chad Simpson, who's currently 3rd. Down there across the backstretch. All right, 2 laps to go for Lyle Swearigan. Heads on out here as you're on board with him down there in the corner number 2. And he heads off down that back straightaway. 2 laps to go. The Dubai Cup almost here to complete tonight. Nice driver headed on out here. Great job here for the Dubai Cup. Lyle Swearigan, final time around. Sage Greco there in 2nd. Chad Simpson there in 3rd. Donald Ray there in 4th. Chase Zilla there in 5th. And working there off the corner, up there. Down there through the back stretch, Lyle Swearigan, your leader as you're on board with him. On board with Chad Simpson. Lyle Swearigan, he'll work himself there off of turn number 4. Get the checker flag as he rolls it down here for the cool down lap through turn 1 and 2. Great job here by these drivers. Official results have not come in yet. Sage Greco getting 2nd. There is your finishing order. Lyle Swearigan out there in front. Sage Greco there 2nd. Chad Simpson finishes 3rd tonight. Donald Ray there 4th. Chase Zilla in 5th. Ryan Peters there 6th. Dalton Henson there in 7th. Dan Brathingen there 8th. Bobby Watts in 10th. Josh Clemens there in 10th. Bobby Watts 9th. PJ Wentland there 11th. Joseph Spillman there 12th. Graham Connolly 13th. Scott Dross there in 14th. Jacob Wilson there 15th. Ben Parson 16th. And 17th. Nope, that'll be it. That is your finishing order, those 16 drivers. So a decent field here tonight. As you see, Lyle Swearigan burning it down on the front stretch. All right. Getting here with our 3rd place finisher, Chad Simpson. Good evening there, Chad. How's it going?
All right. Solid race. This one.
It definitely looked like a solid race. Is there anything you might have wanted to try to do different, or you feel great for where you finished?
I'm okay with 3rd. I haven't driven a stock car in probably 7 weeks, so I'm a little out of practice. I murdered the right front tire on that first run. Lost a lot of pace. Probably stayed out longer than I should have. But came back with P3. It's all right.
It is what it is. I mean, you did a great job getting 3rd place tonight. You got any sponsor shout-outs? Anybody you want to thank for getting 3rd place finish here tonight?
I thank Surf Secure, Corrupt Pro, the FBR Sim Rig, Accessories Creation Studio, Vero Motion, LS Engineering Sim Motion, FTT FR, Satellite Racing, FBR Motorsports, Lyle with a win. Good team run. Not sure where Dan finished. Don't know where Justin was. Probably playing Battlefield. Yeah, Vince here for having me. You guys for broadcasting. Thanks.
All righty. Well, great job there, Chad. And you have yourself a great night.
All right, you too.
All right, have a Chad Simpson there getting third place. We'll get with Sage Greco now. Good evening there, Sage. How's it going?
Hello, Adam.
Hey, you did a great job there tonight. You got second here out of the deal.
Yeah, it's like no fun now, but it was a good race, man. Just couldn't catch a lot, man. Too good. Maybe I would have had something if I maybe finished up front a little bit, because I think I finished or started for fifth. But no, I mean, there's no excuse, man. He's just faster. Solid.
Yeah, you definitely started fifth, and you had finished second. So I mean, you gained about 3 spots, so that's not too terrible.
Yeah, I had a good time. The track after the first pit stop just got real tight, and I blew the right front off of it trying to catch Lyle. I think I settled in about 2 seconds behind him, but yeah, just absolutely demolished the tires trying to catch up to him there.
Well, you did a great job getting that second place. You got sponsor shots. Anybody you want to thank?
No, sir.
Well, we look forward to seeing you once again inside the Xfinity car Sunday night.
Oh yeah, brother.
All right, you take care. All right, that was our second place finisher, Sage Greco. Now we'll get with Lyle. Good evening here, Lyle. How's it going?
Doing good. How about yourself?
It's going well. It almost seems like we're getting in a pattern here at FMA where we talk to you every Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad thing, right? At least for me.
I mean, you're not winning every week. You do have a couple. You have like 1 or 2 seconds, maybe a third thrown in there.
Oh yeah.
But you've had top 3 all season long so far, so you must be feeling pretty great about that.
Yeah, I just really like the car. I mean, I like the older Gen 4 a lot better than this one, but I mean, this one's pretty close to it. I mean, you can drive it if you need to. You can save with it if you need to. You can you have a lot of options. You don't have to deal with the dirty air so much. At least not as bad as some cars, but yeah, you just have a lot of options with this car.
Well, you had a great job, and you can't wait to see what bring next week. Are you exploring any other of the FMA circuits?
I've been going through the Sunday series lately in the Xfinity. I did an 87 once. I don't like the 87s a whole lot, so I probably won't go to those a whole lot. But at least for the Xfinity and the Wednesday series, I'll tag along as long as I'm welcomed.
Okay. Yeah, I broadcast these asphalt side stuff, but I run a dirt side.
Yeah, not much of a dirt guy. I mean, I don't mind trying it. I tried it a little bit. Obviously, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, so at least to the point where I'm not gonna feel like when I wreck somebody, I'm gonna try to practice more before trying to do some league racing on the dirt.
All right. Well, I know there's a lot of beginners here on the dirt side, so I mean, a lot of guys that are actually learning it alongside one another, so which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, we might give it a shot. For now, we'll stick to the asphalts for now, and if we want to play with the dirt, then I'll keep that option open.
All righty. Well, congrats again. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting that victory tonight?
Team FBR Motorsports and FMA for putting up the races, and for you for broadcasting them.
All righty. Congrats there once again, and you have yourself a great night there, Lau, and can't wait to see what next week holds.
All right, hope you have fun.
All right, congrats again, and have yourself a great, great night. All right, that was Lyle Swearigan, our winner here out of Fontana, California. Thank you all for tuning in here to On the Pole tonight, watching all this racing action. We're, as always, doubleheader here on Wednesday night, but it's split, so you can watch each of them at your viewing pleasure. We have Coast to Coast before FMA, or you just watch FMA or watch Coast to Coast. Everything is there on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Well, yeah, we'll see you Sunday night. Thanks for watching.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride. Your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.